Ah, oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Welcome to Brainwreck. I'm Jason X.
I'm Kevin Graham.
And this is an appreciation
An
show.
appreciation episode?
I think so.
Yeah, is that all it is?
I think there's a man who's out there who has so much talent, who has ridden the ranks, as it were. Ridden.
Or risen within the ranks.
Sure.
I mean, how would you ride the ranks?
Well, it's like that guy that's just waiting for Jerry to kick the bucket so he can get that manager spot.
Wait, who? Who?
The guy who's waiting for the upper manager to die.
Oh, but who's Jerry?
The upper manager.
Oh, okay.
In this situation, you're just waiting for him to die so that there's an open spot.
So you
and then
ride
you
up
ride
the
the ranks. Yeah.
You go so the ranks go upwards.
Yeah.
What if they go down?
Well, then get off. Don't ride it anymore.
Okay, that's fair. Welcome to Earth. That's what you write. Boy.
So anyway, there's somebody who is up there with the national treasures of this world.
Okay.
Of like a Nicolas Cage.
I don't know if I would say that.
No?
Because, I mean, not from like a talent standpoint.
Okay.
Because, I mean, there's the globe, right?
Okay.
And this is the hand motion.
Is it
globe.
flat or?
It's not, I to be fair, I've never proven it. Okay. So how can you, I mean, we can be, you know what? We're not going to go there.
The jury is out.
It could be, or it's like a hanging jury.
Okay.
A hung jury.
Oh.
Yeah, ooh,
Wow.
Yeah, well hung jury on that one. Okay, anyways. So there's the globe or the globe, depending on how you look at it. So like that, like this is where most people exist. And then Nick Cage is kind of like off here.
Sure.
Just like in his own little,
Nick Cage world.
Yeah, like there's the world, however you want to slice it. That's where Nick Cage is. right in there.
Right.
Yeah, you can't really compare him to anyone else or anyone else really to him.
I'm just saying, like, we would treasure this person like we would a Nick Cage.
I still disagree with that.
No?
Because I feel like there's just like a whole nother element of worship to Nick Cage.
To Nick Cage. I'm not going to disagree with you.
Because, I mean, listen.
I mean, he made a movie called National Treasure.
He is more than a national treasure. He is just, he is out of this world. I mean, okay, I have a coffee mug with his face on it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have a coffee mug with Will Smith's face on it. Not because of any, lack of talent, just because.
Now, wait a second. Hold on. There might be a technicality here. Do you, in fact, because I know you, in your apartment, you have a wonderful collection of superhero-like tumblers.
I do, yeah.
Do any of them have Deadshot on them?
I don't believe there's a Deadshot one.
No?
No.
Because if there were, that would technically count.
Would it, though?
Sure.
Because it would have to be the Will Smith iteration of him.
Well, no, because anytime now that you see anything that has to do with Deadshot, you think of that fucking horrible movie. And so thusly,
I try not to ever think of that horrible movie.
Yeah, but it's like a PTSD.
See, I don't know though, because there's a lot. There's a lot of shitty content out there.
Mm-hmm.
Where I just the shittiness just gets blocked out.
Okay.
So I can, and plus Will Smith, again, to his credit, the shining star in a turd of a movie. Like, he could, like, honestly, Will Smith could have played the Joker. and he would have been great.
And he would have been great.
And he would have been great. Shit, Nick Cage could have played the Joker. That movie would have been fucking amazing.
I like it.
See, this is the thing. If you want your stuff to be successful, I say you either go, depending on which way you want to go with it, how you want to measure your success, you go with either Nick Cage or Will Smith.
Or Will Smith.
Because you're going to get two drastically different performances.
Right.
Both of them will be spectacular, I'm sure.
Okay, so now we're going to get into the film that we saw that you just so elegantly described.
We have, you whoa, something just flashed. What the fuck was that? Where are we? So you had seen the movie.
Yes.
A little bit before I did.
A day or so.
A day. Okay. Yeah. And then I don't think we talked about it since I saw it.
We have not talked about it. We are talking about the new live action Aladdin movie.
Aladdin.
That has just hit the theaters.
Mm-hmm. Made a lot of money.
It's made a shitload of money, and the only reason it has is because of one person.
Well, I don't know if that's the only reason, to be fair.
Okay. Go ahead.
What?
Tell me what you thought of the movie.
Oh, I thought it was great. I thought it was... You got to lead into the question a little bit harder than that.
Okay. I thought you were just...
I really had no interest in seeing it.
Okay.
However, we had nothing to do that night, and Christy was like, you know what? I kind of want to see this.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? I kind of have nothing else going on.
I kind of want to just get out of the house a little bit,
It's been a lot of that lately.
Yeah.
That is really freaking me out, by the way. The flashing. I don't know if there's something you can do, but it is scaring me, and I am concerned. But we'll just let it ride out.
I'm totally keeping it in.
Okay, then. You're gonna see me freak the fuck out in an hour. Yeah. So, I really had nothing, no thoughts, no preconceived ideas about the movie prior to going to it. I'm like, what? I remember watching this as a kid. I remember playing the game.
Right.
I had it on VHS.
Right, the old clamshells back in the day.
Was that what they were called?
Yes.
Was that like the technical term?
It's what everybody calls them.
Like the industry term was clamshells?
I think so. Well, the thing is, like, okay, so the whole thing about the VHS, right, is that they came in those the plastic case,
right,
that what I would know them as a clamshell. Now, the only reason I know that term, I didn't know that term growing up as a kid. I would just thought it's the case of the movie.
The case of the movie.
And
that's what Disney did to make their boxes stand out.
Not only that, but hey, this is a high quality item. It needs to be protected.
You know what though? Like, in hindsight, looking back at it, those cases held up better than anything else.
Oh yeah,
like Disney knew what they were doing.
They knew exactly what they were doing.
They always knew.
But anyway, the only reason I know that term is because of the whole hoax that happened back in the day about the Little Mermaid.
Ah, we had that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did, and then our babysitter stole it.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Do you know about the hoax?
The penis.
No.
Wait, what? No, there was a... The Little Mermaid. There was a penis. There was a penis in the castle. That was the thing.
Yeah.
Was that the hoax you were referring to? No? There's another hoax? By golly, all I knew about was that penis. And then my mom was like, hey, we need that VHS tape back, because she was like, we kind of want to see this penis that everyone keeps talking about. She was like, oh, I don't have it. Like, what do you mean you don't have it? See, this was a lesson my mom taught me very early in life. And I never fully understood it until, like, the time kept moving on. And I'm like, oh, now I fucking get it.
Okay.
Like, at a very young age, she was like, Kevin, don't let people borrow your stuff.
Never.
Ever. And the amount of things, like little tiny things that, like, people I knew, like, stole from me because they're like, oh, hey, can I see that? And I'm like, yeah. And it's just gone.
Right.
And, like, you never lend anybody anything because you're never going to get that shit back. But, yeah, she stole the penis box.
You don't say.
Yeah.
No, that was not.
That wasn't the thing? That was the hoax.
Okay, so this has to be somewhere around 2008, somewhere in this neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So what ended up happening was somebody had listed the Little Mermaid VHS on eBay
Right.
and wrote like limited edition, whatever, yada, yada, yada.
Right.
Listed it for an outrageous amount of money.
Really?
Yeah, for like $3,000 or something
Really?
like that. Bought it themselves.
What?
With an alternate account. Bought
Okay.
it. So now on eBay, there is a sold listing for The Little Mermaid at $3,000. They sent it to the news. The news articles printed up. Your VHSs are worth...
Is that what all those fucking articles keep coming back about?
Yes, it was a complete scam.
I always thought, that those articles were clickbait.
Well,
I mean, like, yes, they are, but like, I thought that was just like some bullshit, like BS website that was trying to get traffic and pull in the ad revenue, just making up a stupid story. Because like growing up, we had a ton of those movies.
Yep.
We had like a shitload of VHS, especially with the Disney clamshells. We had like most of the movies I would say that came out between like the mid to late 80s. I mean, they weren't really doing home video around that time. Right around the time home video really became prevalent, we had the majority of the Disney releases.
Yeah.
I mean, any of the newer movies that came out in the 90s, we more or less got right away.
Pretty much.
And we had like a huge stack of them. I'm pretty sure they're all in my mom's basement. But like, I actually remember her being like, I saw this article. And I was like, yeah, but like, what's the truth, like the validity of all that? I'm like, it's probably bullshit. I never knew that guy did that.
Yeah. So that was the hoax. And then what ended up happening was people ended up listing them. And then people who wanted to buy them to keep them and thinking the value was going to go up,
right,
bought them. So people were actually
flipping them
for a little while until somebody was just like, wait, why are these so special? And then like somebody did like the research and then figured out what happened. And then everyone's like, oh yeah, like these are, you give them to the Goodwill and like...
Yeah, because you can still go to like thrift stores and flea markets and find all these VHS tapes for like a couple of pennies to $1.
Yeah, for per one. So yeah, it was a whole scam. And then like looking into that, somebody said like new in clamshell, and then that's where and that's where I heard the term. And then when I looked at it, and like, oh yeah, like everybody always called these clamshells for, I guess.
Did they though?
It's good enough for me.
Okay.
Anyway.
Anywho.
What the fuck were we talking
about?
Aladdin, yes.
So you went and saw Aladdin.
So I went and saw Aladdin. So the wife has been out of town for a week.
I killed it.
Awesome.
Oh, wait. Oh.
That
okay.
that MIB security.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the wife was out of town for about a week. So like I had the kids and I had to keep them entertained. And that's hard to do. And so, so I remember, I don't know if you recall, my man Stevie from Endgame. When I walked up to Stevie, my guy
MVP, yes,
MVP Stevie, who said, "Bro, you don't need 4 passes, you don't need 2,
a couple, yeah."
So I had my extra passes from my man Stevie. Shout out to Stevie.
Stevie's the man.
And I also had like $25 on a Regal gift card.
Oh, there you go.
Like, it's a free night out to the movies. So we're like, and I'm like, what's, like I know what I want to see, but like, what's family friendly?
Wait, what did you want to see?
I don't know.
I didn't mean to call you out. I was just thinking because there's like no movies out right now.
Pretty much. But then I saw like big advertisement Aladdin. I'm just like, no brainer.
Yeah.
This will be
perfect
fun
for the kids,
for the whole family.
Yeah.
So, I told the kids we're going to see Aladdin. They were excited, and I'm just like, okay, this is gonna be a steaming pile of shit. So, like, my expectations were low as fuck.
Okay.
And then you get into the movie, right? And you're getting into it. And you're seeing Will Smith, he's opening up the movie, and he's singing, and, like, it's the old songs, but they kind of got like that new pop, hip
Yeah,
hop and
it
rhythm
was
to
a little
them.
modernized,
A little modernized kind of thing going on.
a little extra pep in the step.
Pretty much. Then like I'm like, okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, but like they fucking opening shot of the movie's on a boat. Like
Right.
there was barely any water in the cartoon. So
Well, you gotta change things up a little bit.
right, exactly. So
Yeah.
and that's what I saw. I saw water in a boat. I saw Will Smith doing his Will Smith thing, and I was like, okay, this I can do this. I can separate.
You were along for the ride.
I can separate.
Okay.
I knew, like, going in, I already knew it was going to suck, but I was just like, listen, if I can separate it, the cartoon's still my childhood.
Okay.
So this can just be like, let's just have a good time.
Sure.
Kind of thing. And so when going into it with that mentality, I got to say I liked it.
And again, I had no mentality going into it. Overall, I mean, I thought it was fun. Mm-hmm. Not something I would necessarily rush back out to go see again.
No.
But I actually think this might have been the first live-action Disney remake
That you've seen?
that I've seen.
Oh, wow.
Because, like, what else has come out? They had
Cinderella.
They
did Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
They did, I guess if you count Alice in Wonderland.
I'll count that, yeah.
Yeah, Tim Burton.
Jungle Book.
Jungle Book, yep.
Does Maleficent count?
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
I don't
Dude, Maleficent, like, as somebody who's like a Disney fan,
Right.
those Maleficent movies is what the TV show Gotham is to Batman.
Oh.
Like, it's there,
But, like,
but it's not.
the people who care.
Right.
The people who don't
Right.
give a fuck.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's
Fair.
here nor there. So, like, whatever.
Yeah.
The Dumbo.
I didn't. Okay.
First came out.
So yeah. This was the first live action remake that I saw.
Okay.
I thought they did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Like there were songs. I forgot how much of a musical Aladdin was.
Oh yeah.
Like watching this movie, because Christy and I had just gone and seen the Book of Mormon.
Okay.
And which is fucking amazing.
Yeah, I've never
Like,
seen it.
If they come around, if you ever get the chance to go see Book of Mormon, you need to go.
Okay.
I thought I knew what this play was about.
Uh-huh.
I was wrong. Amazing show though.
Okay.
So like we just saw that. So like the musical structure was kind of still set in my mind.
Right.
And watching the movie, I was like, yeah, this is just straight up musical.
Uh-huh.
Because it was like a small scene to set up the song. Like all the scenes were there to do was just to set up the song.
Most of Disney's cartoons are that way.
In being young, I don't think I ever caught on to that.
I think the first time I really noticed it, because as well, like I was too involved, like as a kid,
Right.
involved, was the first time I saw Frozen. And like when
Okay,
I saw
never saw
Frozen,
Frozen.
I was like, oh, wait, they're singing again?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, they're singing again?
Right.
Oh, this is a musical. Okay.
Yeah.
And then once you get into that mindset, I think you can accept the movie more.
Yeah, because you're not really expecting it to just be like a bunch of people talking through the scene.
Right.
Yeah. So I was fine with that.
Uh-huh.
Which is weird because I'm typically not a musical guy.
You're not a song and dance man?
I'm not much of a song and dance man. Let me tell you something. The amount of TV shows that I watch that I have turned off because they decided to do a musical episode. All right, look at two things I really hate in life. Musical episodes for TV shows that are not predominantly musical in nature, and wedding angles in pro wrestling. They don't belong. Do not belong.
Okay. Here I think the latter we can all agree.
We can all
agree. However, I will say one of the best episodes of a TV show I loved was the musical episode. And it was actually, you know what, come to think of it, two of my favorite shows.
What were the shows?
The first one was a cartoon growing up, Rocko's Modern Life.
Oh, okay.
When they did the musical episode.
I don't remember that.
It was spring cleaning, If you remember that.
Was that the recycling episode?
Yes.
Where Mr. Bighead sings the recycling song about how he's calling the ozone layer?
Yes.
I don't remember that being very musical in nature across the board.
It's a 20-minute cartoon.
Yeah.
No, not even because it's cut in half.
Yeah.
So it's like a 12-minute cartoon.
Yeah.
There's 7 songs.
You know what? I might have been too young at that point to really.
You need to revisit.
Okay, I'll revisit it.
It is genius.
Okay.
And the second, ironically, another cartoon.
Yeah.
Daria.
Never watched Daria.
You've never watched
I've
Daria?
never watched Daria.
Oh, you're missing out.
Mike Judge's shows, like, were always very hidden. I mean, I'm sure if I went back and rewatched them all now, I would have a better appreciation for it. But, like, growing up, I mean, I enjoyed Beavis and Butthead. I never got into Daria. Was never really big into King of the Hill.
Oh, okay.
But like other stuff that he's done, like fucking Office Space,
Right.
Fucking Silicon Valley, like I'm all on board for. But yeah, I'm not big on like the musical thing, but like I'll accept it, just not in TV shows.
That's right, Christy. Sing it.
All right, yeah, I remember that.
RACYCLE recycle.
So yeah, like once I caught on, like, oh yeah, this is a musical. Like I was able to like settle in a little bit better.
Right.
All in all, like I know people were kind of like pissed off about them recasting the genie.
Okay.
Because I mean everyone's like, oh, Robin Williams, and I'm like, well, yeah, Robin Williams,
right?
But like it was Will Smith, and like not for nothing, but like Will Smith fucking crushed it.
I will say this. Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Are we gonna debate?
No.
Okay.
I would say yes, he crushed it.
Yeah.
For this movie.
Like what does that mean?
What I'm trying to say is, I do not see this genie character the same as Robin Williams' genie character.
Okay, I can agree with that.
So it's like one of those things like, who's better, Jack Nicholson or Heath Ledger? Like,
well, Nicholson obviously,
but they're different.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's still
they play the same character,
Jack.
but it's not the same character.
No, yeah, and like I do get that. I think that Will Smith's portrayal of the genie took nothing away from what Robin Williams did.
Correct.
And you can sort of like rate them both on separate. Again, like Will Smith is here, like Robin Williams is here. Like they both did really well. Like believe it or not, like we can all coexist. It's okay.
Yeah.
You can like them both. You can like one and not the other. That's fine too.
I do like the version of the genie as a poon hound, though. That was kind of awesome.
Well, I mean, I don't know. There could have been subtext in the cartoon too. We just didn't catch it.
That's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, no, like all in all, I thought it was fun. Yay.
Okay.
That was
Okay.
two thumbs and a yay.
So let me ask you this.
Okay.
Though. There's a couple of things that I wanted to bring up. Big disappointment for me in the movie. Jafar didn't turn into a snake.
He turns into a snake
In the cartoon? Yes.
Is that a bit over the top though?
In this fucking movie?
Hey, I mean, like I understand what you are saying. However, I feel like there's some level of groundedness that we need to maintain.
In a movie where Will Smith joined the Blue Man Group, you're trying to tell me
Listen,
that him being a snake is too over the top?
They set the environment for that. I'm okay with there being a genie.
Right.
I'm okay with that.
But he was a powerful sorcerer.
He becomes a powerful sorcerer after,
and that's when he turns into
wishing.
the snake.
Oh, does he? I don't remember that.
Oh, for God's sake!
I can't tell you the last time I watched the cartoon Aladdin.
I can.
When?
Like 3 weeks ago.
I literally have not watched that movie since I was probably early teens.
Early teens.
It is entirely possible that I have not seen that movie in 2 decades.
That's crazy. See, Aladdin was my jam when I was little.
Yeah.
When it first came out, Like, I was Aladdin and everything, and then I was like, oh, shit. They're making another one? Jafar Returns? What?
Did he return?
That was the title of the second movie.
I never saw
asshole.
the second movie.
For fuck's sake.
I never saw any
For
of the Disney
fuck's
sequels.
sake. I mean, you're better off, but, like,
Yeah.
this was a good one. And then, like, the third one came out, and as a kid, I'm just like, there's 3? Like, nobody gets 3. Like, Star Wars gets 3. And, like...
I found out the other day that there's apparently 10 Land Before Time movies.
You just found this out?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Chrissy,
would you smarten him up?
She's trying to. She's the one that showed me.
That's fair.
She was scrolling through HBO. She's like, there's 10. They're all on here. And I'm like, they made 10 of those movies? I can't even remember the first one.
Wait a minute. Does that mean... Because I'm trying to think, like, does Land Before Time have the universe rights over Marvel? Because they did it first. They did, like, 10 consecutive...
Okay, no. It doesn't work like that. I don't think it counts like that. Like, it has to be like different stories with different characters that aren't just dinosaurs.
That all combine into one giant story. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
Aladdin.
So like that was my jam when I was a kid, and
wasn't there a Bret Hart reference in the cartoon? It was like one of the opening songs. I think I might, you know what I might have done too? I might have, okay, because I used to do this a lot as a kid, where I would word associate, and because I was such a big wrestling mark, like if you ever refer to anything as like, because I think there's like a lyric in the line where he references a hitman.
Yeah, one jump out of the hitman.
Yeah,
or something like
and
that.
I was like, oh, that's Bret Hart. I'm like, oh, he's talking about Bret Hart. Oh my God, is Bret Hart in this movie? Like, is he gonna come out with like the bad guy and a sharpshooter? Because that'd be really cool. And you know,
Bret Hart goes to Saudi Arabia.
No, apparently nobody's going to the fucking show. Yeah. So I used to do that a lot as a kid. What were we talking about again? Aladdin. Okay. There's a lot of Aladdin talk.
So overall, let's get off Aladdin, I guess.
Okay.
Overall, if you go in with no expectations,
you know what I say? I say, fuck it, go in with an expectation. Live your life. Don't let us tell you what to do. And, go in with the.
Well, hold on. Do watch the show.
Watch.
Take our opinion seriously.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you know, point counterpoint.
Okay.
Expect to be having a good time. Expect the unexpected. The unexpected being you're going to have a fun time.
So true. And then I was thinking about it too.
Yeah.
Will Smith has way more horrible movies than good ones.
Okay. So this was a debate I remember having for a very long time.
Uh-huh.
And I forget exactly who I was talking about it with. But we just came to the conclusion that, yeah, Will Smith has never made a bad movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, never. And we started listing off all of his movies. The issue there was we forgot about a lot of his movies. And there's a lot of them I have not seen because I've heard they were so bad.
Mm-hmm.
But like you think about the good ones,
mm-hmm.
you know, Independence Day. That was a look.
Independence Day is great.
Yeah.
But man,
what?
It's like looking back on it.
Looking back on it, not so much.
Not so great.
Maybe not so great.
First viewing, though.
First viewing.
Mind blowing.
Mid-90s. Peak Will Smith.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he.
No, he already did.
He's had peaks and valleys.
Well, he's already done Men in Black.
He did, you know.
He had done
Bad Boys.
His first album was.
No, he hadn't done Men in Black yet.
Yeah, he did.
Are you sure? I thought Independence Day was like one of his first.
Oh, Christy, what's the map?
It was like
on the,
Bad Boys.
Smith,
I think it was like Bad Boys, Independence Day, Men in Black. I'm pretty sure that was the, you know. We have the power of the
I was
internet.
going to say, you have the internet.
All right, because I'm pretty sure it was...
Oh, for God's sake.
What? Give me shit. Making the show better, god damn it. Okay. God, he's got a lot of stuff. Holy cow. All right, filmography. He did Bad Boys, Independence Day, Men in Black.
Oh, wow, okay. You got me there.
Wild Wild West. Where do you... Okay. Where... Your thoughts?
On Wild Wild West?
On Wild Wild
It
West.
sucks.
Okay. I remember enjoying the hell out of it as a kid.
I remember being as a kid, like even as a kid watching it and being like, why are there robots in the... Like, I don't understand.
What, robot spiders?
Yeah.
Nobody fucking knew.
And yeah, that's the thing. And I'm just like, I don't get it.
Have you seen the Kevin Smith talk? So, okay.
Wait, did he film talk with his daughter or something?
No. So, like early 2000s, Kevin Smith did his first Evening with Kevin Smith series.
Okay.
Within that show, and it's like cut between like 3 or 4 different colleges that like he went and spoke at. He did like Q&As and stuff like that.
Okay.
Somebody asked him about his time working on the Superman movie. Mm-hmm. And he talked about, I think it was John Peters was the producer of the film, who did the Batman movies with Tim Burton.
Right.
And before that, he was Barbara Streisand's hairdresser.
Okay.
So the trajectory there, he fucking rid that, you know.
Good for him.
Yeah. He rid that all the way up.
Yeah.
And in the movie, he was talking about, or in the thing, he was talking about how this guy wanted Kevin to put in like all these robots and like shit in the Superman movie, and one of the things he talked about was like a giant spider. Like, can he fight a giant spider? Do you know anything about spiders? It's like spiders are like one of the most fierce predators in the insect kingdom. And then like he was like yada yada yada. Like I got fired off the making of the movie, whatever. He goes, and then like I didn't think about it until it's like the summer of, what was it, like 99. He's at the movie Wild Wild West, which was produced by John Peters.
Oh, okay.
And in the middle of the movie, he's like, God, this shit fucking sucks. And then out of the blue, there's just a giant fucking spider. So it's that guy's fault, basically, is what I kind of am getting to. But yeah, like I remember as a kid enjoying that, but I think that was also just because I was like, oh, this is, this
is the Men in Black guy.
It's the Men in Black guy. It's Will Smith, Fresh Prince. Yay.
Yeah.
He's going to rap at the end of this.
Exactly.
Because that's what he does.
At the end of every movie.
I think this was a time of a valley for him.
Okay.
But then he did Ali.
Right.
Which was good. And then he did Men in Black 2.
Right.
But then he did Bad Boys 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just did some random movies.
Yeah.
Like a lot of random movies. I don't think much of them were good.
I saw The Pursuit of Happiness.
I did not see The Pursuit of Happiness. Would you recommend The Pursuit of Happiness?
No.
Okay. Hancock was pretty good. I don't know what a lot of these are, to be honest with you.
He did that fucking awful goddamn, what was it, Pacific Rim?
After Earth.
After Earth.
With his kid, the M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah.
He's kind of gone like in and out of like making movies and then not making movies. Yeah, like, Winter's Tale. That movie fucking sucked. Don't ever watch that.
Is that the one with the dolphin?
No, that's what the shark movie.
Okay.
I think. Wait, what the fucking movie is with the dolphin? You're thinking of Dolphin Tale?
Yes. Dolphin Tale.
Good
Wait,
Lord.
no, that was with Morgan Freeman.
But anyways, so the argument of he's never made a bad movie does not exist. He's made a lot of bad movies.
Yeah.
This movie, however, was pretty good. So anyways, moving on. What are we talking about next?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you ever go back and like rewatch stuff from your youth and being like, wow, Like,
Yes.
this is terrible.
Yes.
Do you remember the first time you realized that most of the things that you grew up watching actually sucked?
Okay. So there's this movie that I loved as a kid.
What was that?
And when I say I loved this movie as a kid, I meant I spent multiple Saturdays watching it, rewinding it, watching it, rewinding it, wore the VHS out.
Oh.
Okay?
Good for you.
It is a little-known movie with the lead actor of one Christopher Lloyd,
Okay.
and it is Camp Nowhere.
Dude, I did not watch that movie that much, but I remember it.
You remember that movie? I loved that movie and watched it all the time. Recently found it again.
Right.
We were going through stuff in the attic, and I found the DVD of it. And I was just like, oh, man, I haven't seen this in probably 20 years.
Right.
Let's pop it in. And I looked at it, and I watched it, and I'm like, oh, this is a tough pill to swallow.
There were a lot of, like, camp-orient movies.
Yes.
When, wait, you guys are hosting an intergalactic kegger. That's fun. This is an intergalactic kegger. This is where the party happens. I remember growing up there being a lot of camp-based movies.
Yes.
Like, there's Camp Nowhere.
Heavyweights.
Okay, between the two, Heavyweights still stands up.
Heavyweights does stand up.
There's, like, it's kind of funny.
Yankee Doodles.
Yankee Doodle, man. It's funny when you go back because there are a lot of movies that you go back and you rewatch them today and they're solid.
Yeah.
Like, just, it's a solid 90-minute film.
Mm-hmm.
And it's great.
Right.
Fantastic. I'm trying to think of, like, what I really watched when, like, back in the day I was like, yeah, this is amazing. This is great. And then I watch it now and I'm just like, this is awful. I kind of went through a phase. Okay, so, like, the Batman movies.
Right.
So, like, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin. Mm-hmm. I remember growing up loving those. Mm-hmm. Later on in life, everybody was like, no, they suck.
They were horrible.
I was like, yeah, they suck. Then, like, I rewatched them a couple years ago and I was like, you know what?
You're taking one for you.
I like these movies. I'll say it. I am not ashamed to say it. I enjoy Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. You want to fight about it? I'll be out in the parking lot. They're not that bad. I take that back. They're pretty fucking awful. However, sometimes you just have to find the joy in life. Because if you don't, who's gonna? So I don't know if I'm necessarily a Joel Schumacher apologist. Or where I sort of fall on that spectrum, but I'm willing to stand up for myself and say, you know what? I'll watch those movies on a Saturday over and over again if I got nothing else going on.
All right.
I usually try to find things to do, you know. So
Please.
I just don't have time. But we missed out on seeing them both in theaters.
Correct. We did see the first one.
Saw the first one, which, holy fucking shit, I had not seen that movie in a while. It's a lot better than I remember.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
It's completely over the top.
Yes.
Just ridiculously over the top. But I forgot how, like, colorful Jack Nicholson was in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's very spry, very active. Like, I remember, like, for some reason, I had this thought in my head where he was very stiff. Throughout the whole movie, like, very stiff. And he's dancing, he's swinging around, he's cracking jokes,
making up lines as he goes.
Dude,
got a mind to make some mookie. Like, what the hell does that mean?
And I have a mind makes a mookie.
Yeah.
And he's just like, this town needs an enema.
Yeah.
Like, I used to watch this all the time as a child.
Yes.
They should not have. This is why I am the way I am.
Yeah, that was kind of the thing. Like, I remember I brought my kids.
Yeah.
Because I wanted them to see Batman on the big screen. And then, like, halfway through the movie, I'm just like, when Bruce Wayne's plying Vicky Vale with wine and, like, taking her to the I'm just like, oh, yeah.
You know, in 2019, there's an implication there. Like, I mean, there's
implication. He was only filling up one glass.
He was.
Yeah. But I will say this.
But they learned to love each other. I'm like, you went on one fucking date. Jesus.
It's very true. But I will say this. Michael Keaton is my Batman.
He is
my Batman.
You know, I got a lot of respect for everybody who puts on the cape and cowl. But I think for me, it's like Keaton and West are both here and here, but again, for like different reasons.
All right.
You know, like if I want something more dark and brooding, I go with Keaton.
You want to get nuts?
Oh my God. And people hated him at the time.
I don't know.
And I was like, yeah, it's great. And like going back and watching like the Michael Keaton stuff, I think about Christian Bale's portrayal of it. I don't think I like it as much.
I actually watched Batman Begins.
Yeah.
Recently, within the past like month or two,
Uh-huh.
and I was watching it, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I like it, but you can now see through some of the hokiness that's there.
I think it's very pretentious.
Yeah.
I think in the end that sort of became my issue with the Nolan Dark Knight series. Is like, look at it. As stories, I think they're great. I think they add great value to the Batman mythos. However, I think at the very end of the day, they're pretentious as shit, and it lacks color.
It's very mute.
It's very mute. Not as mute as the fucking Snyder movies.
No.
But it's very mute. I like a little more pop, a little more pow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like a little pow in my Batman.
Yeah.
Just saying. And
a little bit bam.
You know what I really hope they do someday?
What's that?
Is they give him the gray and blue suit.
They might.
I want the gray and blue suit.
They might.
I get it. Everybody's got to be like, oh, black suit, yeah. And give them the gray and blue.
They went back to the gray and black in the comics.
Did they?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, it's a tough man to please. I don't know. I'm trying to give you hope. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, it's still kind of mute.
I guess. But he's the Dark Knight detective.
Yeah, but like, get a little pop in there. Do something different.
Yellow.
Well, speaking of Batman, they possibly made.
Oh yeah,
we never talked about the casting announcement.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is official though.
Yeah, I mean everybody seems to be talking about it like it is.
It's, yeah, man. Like it was word that, but like I don't think I've heard an official word that that the sparkly vampire creature is playing Batman.
Well, I mean that's fine. Because what does it matter?
It doesn't matter. That's the thing. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Because no matter what, people are going to go see the movie.
Yeah, well, actually, more than likely, they're not going to go see the movie.
Why not?
DC's record is not great.
Well, look at, if fucking Aquaman could be the #1 movie in the world.
I mean, that's fair.
And that movie sucked. Like,
I didn't see it.
That movie sucked. It sucked. Jason Momoa is cool, but fuck that movie. It was like,
I don't think I've heard this from you.
I saw it the one time, and afterwards I was like, it wasn't for me. I think about they put a goddamn Pitbull song smack in the middle of the film, and it's a cover of Toto.
Wait, they did Africa as well?
They did Africa.
Wait, Pitbull did Africa?
Pitbull did Africa.
After Weezer?
After Weezer. Probably because of Weezer. Probably. And it's in the movie. Why? Just because they go to Africa?
Oh, are they actually
in Africa? Actually, I think.
Okay.
I mean, it was, I forget exactly where they ended up, but there was a lot of sand. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure the filmmakers were just like, people will think it's Africa. Just play Pitbull. It's like, I don't think that's how it works.
Okay.
So there's a lot of sand in a lot of places.
Oh, all right. Well.
But
anywho, Batman.
Listen, I was not a Twilight fan. I did not read the books, nor did I ever watch a movie of it. I don't give a shit who they cast at this point.
Nope, because it's been put on hold for what, 3 years now?
3 years because Ben Affleck, went through whatever he was going through.
Right.
And then Christian Bale was like, peace. They didn't want to do old man Batman with Josh Brolin. So they're thinking about Sparkly Dude.
Yep.
Which I'm like, hey, you know what? The guy has actually had a pretty interesting career post-Twilight. Like, out of everybody from that fucking movie series, he's the only one out there, like trying different shit.
Oh, good for him. Well, he's got all the money in the world from those goddamn movies. So.
Yeah, so just, he's basically Bruce Wayne.
Right.
Just, put a cape on him.
There you go. And once he puts the cape on, it doesn't matter he's not going to be in the suit anyway. Just to deliver dialogue.
Oh, yeah. Or they're going to put him in like a like one of those fancy little mocap suits.
Yeah.
Kind of like they do with all the Marvel movies.
With
I didn't realize like how many of the Marvel like actors aren't actually in a suit. Like they're all just wearing mocap suits.
Yeah.
And it's like 90% of those movies are CGI, and you don't realize it, which is kind of good. But I feel like in a couple of years, you're going to be like,
it's also scary because we're in the Matrix.
We're technically we're CGI. No, we're oh, shit, freaked out again. We're really here.
Yes.
This is all where we are. It's intergalactic, planetary.
Yeah. Planetary intergalactic. Some Beastie Boys.
Yeah, it'll be some Boys in there for you. I don't know if they've announced any potential casting for villains.
Oh, for Batman?
Yeah. I hope they do something cool though.
They won't. But
oh my God, this is gonna make me sad.
Yeah, because they're gonna do like Catwoman and Penguin again.
I mean, at this point, like, I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is like my favorite Batman villain like got a bullshit role.
Yeah,
in Batman Begins,
and yet he was in every Nolan-verse movie.
Yes.
Yeah. My favorite Batman villain was, I mean, I don't know how I feel about it. That being the Riddler. I mean, Frank Gorshin back in the day.
Right.
Top notch. Top notch. Jim Carrey. I mean, you know what? I'll say it. I thought he did fantastic. It was peak Jim Carrey.
Yes.
And God damn it, if he was not chewing the scenery.
There's one. Okay. There's one scene in that movie I don't understand.
What's that?
Okay, so there's a scene in the movie where Jim Carrey goes from having the bright-ass orange hair as the Riddler
right
to a fancy party scene where he has normal hair again.
Right.
I don't understand. Which one is his real hair?
They both are? They both are. Maybe they both are. I would say it's almost possible that he was wearing a wig. Because this is something that, honestly, I never caught on to until, like, I watched this movie, like, 5 years ago.
Okay.
So, in that scene where they're at the party,
and
he's got the brown hair and the tuxedo and all that, he's literally mimicking Bruce Wayne. Like, he is like from head to toe, he is copying everything. Like, he puts a mole on his jawline, like Val Kilmer actually has. That's why, like, there's the one part where, like, he's talking to somebody and he just turns and goes, "How's my mole?"
Oh, okay.
Like so I would read that now as he's wearing a wig.
Okay.
Because he's got the mole, he's got the hair. There's even at one point he pulls out the same pair of reading glasses.
I like how this has taken 20 years to figure out what the fuck is going on in that movie.
it's all there. Yeah, he wants to be Bruce Wayne.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I just don't understand the mind control.
What mind control? He's getting everybody's information. He's getting their knowledge.
Oh, so he's Google?
He's Google. He's Google and Facebook before Google and Facebook.
Shout out
Mark Zuckerberg basically ripped off Edward Nygma. Yeah, I mean, and let's be real. That's what this all is about. I mean, we talk about aliens and space and Cage over here, Smith down there. Like, at the end of the day, like,
well, hold on.
What?
Where were they again?
Nick Cage was here. Will Smith was over here.
Okay. Well, you've got one above the other there. So
no, well, we're in space, so there's like no real direction in space.
Okay.
There's no north or south.
Gravity. I thought you're staking your flag in the ground there. So
I was not. I know. I'd said it before. Like they're both here in my heart.
Yeah, they're both here.
They're both here in my heart, but in space they're like here and here because like they're all revolving floating around.
Because gravity.
It's gravity and shit.
They just take control and then everything.
Yeah, and everything just drops.
Yep.
But yeah, like, Zuckerberg's a prick, and basically, like Facebook is just a shittier version of the box from Batman Forever.
That's fair.
Like, I mean,
it's fair.
Think about it. I mean, if you break it all down, and it's all kind of in there.
That's fair, man.
Yeah, man.
That's deep.
Just fuck man. That's what I'm here for, man. It's just deep.
Just deep conversation.
We get deep with it, man.
We're gonna get deep.
So yeah, I don't know what they're leaning towards. I mean, I've heard the movie's been like rewritten like a bunch of times. They got the director still, so like that's a positive sign.
Right.
It's not like the Flash movie that's probably never going to happen now.
No.
They're probably going to lose their star.
Probably.
Because at this point, if you can't come up with a script after like 4 years,
right,
and you're a major studio
who has a TV show the same fucking character,
just make a movie with that guy. Let Berlanti make the Flash movie. Let Grant be the Flash. Let the lady who plays his sister wife be the sister wife in the movie. Dude, what the fuck is with all the incest shit? You guys in Hollywood need to stop. It's not cool. There's the fucking Game of Thrones, and then there was no reason for Barry and Iris to be adopted siblings. I get it. Barry's dad's in jail. His mom's dead. Someone needs to take him in. It didn't need to be the father of the girl he's got the huge crush on and later ends up marrying. I stand by that. 3 things I hate in life. Musical episodes and TV shows that aren't predominantly musical. Wedding angles in professional wrestling. And goddamn incest. Cut it out. It's not right. Stop. Enough. I'm looking at all of you. I'm sure you're fine, but
you just program the TVs to dial it on those people.
Yeah, we'll do that. We are running out of time. I have gone on and on about so many things tonight. I feel like I should stop.
Okay, well, let me take over.
You take over.
Okay,
it's a great shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I wanted to promote this. We've got issue number 2 has officially come in. It is in stock at devilwithincomic.com. Get your issue 2 today. If you don't have issue 1, that is also available on our online store as well. If you did back the Indiegogo for the printing of issue number 2, all shipments went out this morning. So they are on their way. Everybody will be able to get their copy. If you request that I signed it, I did. Stayed up till 2 in the morning to do it, but I did it.
I think I requested because I'm like, he's going to have to stay up until 2 in the morning.
Hope you didn't. Anyway, so we have these available as well, and you and I are hitting the road.
We're running.
No.
We're going to run all the way down.
We're going to drive.
Drive, take
turns.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to Charlotte for Heroes Con from June 14th through the 16th, and we'll be in Artist Alley, and we'll be selling books and posters, and we will have the CGC copies of issue number 1 available for the first time ever for purchase at the table. Also stop by the table. We have free stickers, and we will be doing a raffle for a con-exclusive, one-of-a-kind poster.
And you can ask me any question you want.
And that's free.
That's free. I'll just talk to you. If you have a book that you've been writing and you just want to talk about it, you can talk to him. I don't want to hear about it, but you can ask me any questions.
For 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours. Steampunk with little creatures that bang. Talk to him.
Follow your dreams, kids.
At the end of the day, follow your dreams because those are your dreams. And, if you don't follow them, then, who's going to dream your dreams? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing in my life.
breakdown.
This is a breakdown in slow motion.
Pretty much. So anyway, though I wanted to share this one last story because we've got a little bit of time left here about this lovely T-shirt
I was hoping we just wouldn't even talk about it.
that I'm wearing here. Let me see if I can get it on camera. There it is. So I don't know what the shirt is. I don't know where it. Well, I know where it came from. So what had happened was last night I was filling the orders for The Devil Within issue 2, available at devilwithincomic.com. And what the fuck are you doing?
Don't Google that man's name. Don't. I made a mistake. Boy. Folks, I'm gonna give you a caution. Oh boy. Oh man, we're in the thick of it now. I'm gonna give you. Oh shit. Listen, I'm gonna give you a cautionary tale, folks. Safe search on. Safe search on, please. Google, you add it. Safe search. Do it now. For the love of everything holy. I need a shower. Wow. Tell your story, man.
Anywho, I was filling the orders last night, and people had the option of ordering a T-shirt with their comic book. So I was filling the orders, and this one bag that had the shirt in, because each shirt comes in its own individual bag, seemed really heavy. And I'm just like, this is a really heavy, large shirt. Yeah. So I was skeptical, and I opened it up, and attached to that shirt was this shirt, which I have no idea what it is. It's ridiculous. It looks like it's a...
It says vote for Ken Furry, and it's an otter.
It's an otter.
Is that an otter? Would you say it's an otter or a beaver?
I would say an otter. I
Okay.
think it's an otter. In a suit and tie.
And then kind of a comb-over haircut.
Yeah.
It says NPPD mascot, and it says, shit, Scott Howell's inspirational T-shirt.
Yeah. So,
the Legend of Ken Furry will never die. And the shit I just saw on my computer. And this is my work computer. I'm going to track that shit.
Yeah, so I got a free T-shirt.
Free T-shirt. It's fucking amazing. I'm not going to lie. I came down and then I saw that and I was like, I'm sure there's a story, but I'm gonna ask. And then you told me and I'm like, I feel like there's more to this legend than what we really know.
Yeah, exactly. So the mystery continues.
The mystery will always continue.
I will vote.
Hopefully he's not a racist.
Does he look like one?
He could be. You never know. You never know. These days in America, you never really know.
Can't judge a book by its cover, kids.
Yeah.
All right, are we out of here?
We're out of here. Okay, let's go fight some aliens.
All right. So, hold on. So for this week, I've been Jason X.
I'm Kevin Graham.
And this has been... Sorry.